It's the progress of the recording. It is in the flow. What's going on, family? Bam! There it is. Ching, 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 ching. That sun. Ching, ching. Sunset going on back there. Ching. He's got the sun in his hands. All right, family. Here we go. Let's get this timer flowing here. How is everyone out there? Welcome to our Wednesday circle, where we come together around the fire of love and get super nourished by some prana snacks, yeah, and some timeless teachings, which are evolving around the guidance of numbers. It's been something that's been a love for me, and I'm growing deeper in love with them as I help my daughter with her math and becoming more appreciative of the way they express themselves between addition, subtraction, multiplication, fractions, and division. So it's such an interesting way to relate to life, yeah, and how we invest our time, and the way that time can be multiplied, or the way that time can be added on to us, the way we can subtract and release what we no longer need. All right, let's tune in, and then we'll get into the flow of our path today, a path of dissolving anxiety, overthinking, into a space where there's room to create. Peace dwells in that room. Okay, palms together, and today, it's been a while, so we are going to venture into the ancient times where we would tune in with the Creator's name. Yeah, dropping into that energy field that represents the frequency. So beyond the anthropomorphized energy of a being that sits on high, looking down on us, whether we do things right or wrong, releasing those labels and dropping into a frequency oriented as we gather around this fire of love for us in this chamber. And the way this coaching is organized around the foundational awareness that we are energy at our foundation. Before we are a name, before we are the biological label of human, we are energy. Within that energy, there's frequency. And the way the frequencies are expressed is through numbers. And there we go again. But for now, we're dropping into being in the frequency that is passed on by the ancients, that allows us to settle into the creative frequency that we are in our origins vibration. And dwelling in that space, we become more and more aware of ourselves. Awareness, space, creative awareness of who we truly are. We create that space. So no longer is circumstances coming in on us, but we'll get into all of that. This is our path today, and let's activate that path by turning on the ability to resonate the Creator's name. ABWOON. Abwoon. Really feel the sounds, the double O, the N, the A, the B flowing to the W, which is really a powerful transforming oneness, right? That brings the Ab, that brings the masculine gender into the feminine and creating a sense of the great parent of creation. Right? So rub the palms together a bit. Press them together, utilizing that energy of pressure. Press the thumbs into the sternum, acknowledging The awareness of yourself is vibratory. When you feel the bones vibrate, know that you are going into the marrow, activating your stem cells. So the red blood cells that emerge, these stem cells that emerge are vibratory, alive, and awakened, and ready to be the bones, ready to be heart, liver, gallbladder, spleen, pancreas, eyelashes, beard, hair. Strength flows. That vibration flows through every fiber of your being. Close your eyes. Let's synchronize our breath together. Inhale. Exhale as you relax the shoulders, release any previous thoughts, feel them flow away. As you inhale, just sense your presence. Hold that breath, feel the pressure of your body on Mother Earth, feel the contact points. As you exhale, feel your roots grow into Mother Earth and be called into the center of her being, glowing with Earth Chi. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Exhale. So we'll chant all on one breath. Hold that breath out. This helps to energize the parasympathetic nervous system, this relaxing aspect of your system. Now let's inhale to begin. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor if it's comfortable for you, and begin. Feel it. Last one. Inhale deeply. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Draw the navel point in and up if it's available to you. Tuck in the chin, sip some air. Continue to feel the vibratory flow of womb, activating your very own presence within the infinite source of creation. This space vibratorily will reveal, through intuition, inspiration, and synchronicity, exactly what to do to experience the fullness of life available to you. Exhale. Or should I say inhale? I forgot where we were. You know what to do. Just allow yourself to be in a long, deep breath right now as you listen to the flow of our path today. So we're going to go through just a little bit of the guidance that I believe flows in numbers. Yeah. And allow us to drop in to an awareness of utilizing the guidance of the numbers to show us the way to operate in this time. Recognizing that, as I've often heard many people quote Einstein, there is a sense of, or an understanding that the way of thinking that got us into this situation, politically, financially, in our own life, the stories we have, our family system, our family tree, the situations that we've experienced, the stories that we have, whatever challenges or problems that we need to get out of, the way of thinking that got us into it is not going to be the way of thinking that got us out. And today we're venturing into the intelligence of the heart center, recognizing that there is a infinite intelligence in the heart center. So as we are resonating with this theme, since there's so much energy coming our way, resonating with this theme of dissolving anxiety and overwhelm by accessing the infinite intelligence of the heart that will guide us into the activity and conduct of creating space in our nervous system. So there's a deep sense of peace that allows us to have a quiet mind so that we can use our inner ears to hear the guidance. And now there's an experiment that took place as I prepare to share the screen. I'll tell you this, that I heard from Dr. Joe Dispenza sharing this research from the HeartMath Institute, and then went to the site, and you can go on there and hear about this research they did, looking to explore what the heart is really, recognizing that it's more than a pump. Yeah, that there's something very significant about the heart. And in their research, they did discover that there's a sense of knowing in the heart that precedes the knowing of the brain, and how the brain utilizes the five senses in order to determine what's going on in our surroundings. So they flashed on the screen these images and pictures, and it's randomly generated by a computer. So there's no way for the researchers to know. So in a sense, somewhat double blind, right? And there's no way for the participants to know. So all of these different scenes, from war to cute bunnies and puppies and black and white squares and circles, all kind of ways to stimulate. Some with sound, some with not. I imagine I threw that in there. Mostly it's about the stimulation that's being picked up by the brain and being picked up by the heart, because they have the heart wired. They have special devices that can pick up energetic patterns, between the brain and the heart. Brain all hooked up, all of the ways to record how stimulus is being processed. They began to look at the data, and they saw the heart is responding before the brain responds. And that gave an interesting perspective on the sensory capabilities of our system and how we're designed. So we're tuning into that awareness around the heart center. And our breath today, little snack for you, is going to access a 4-part segmented breath, and utilizing the spinal flex to open up the heart. And we've done it before. So I like dropping into familiar patterns of breathing so we can start to build that neural pathway of being connected to that by doing it often, rather than trying to just create a great stimulation each time we gather, but more so create a pattern that will give us more of a delayed gratification of, hey, ooh, a lot is happening, but I feel more centered. And that's the aspect of where we're being guided through the numbers about being centered in balance and order. Because as we look, we are in this theme of the 8th month. And it is reinforced as we look at the 8th month. We're looking at this divine intelligence as we go into the energy center that's in the auric field, this infinite energy that we are. So looking at these 2 4s, we've graduated from this need to be in this earthly experience of our nervous system and feeling the discomfort and pain, and having the compassion coming connected to the pain and bringing love to it, looking beyond with love. But now we're in this energy of the 8, and we're recognizing we're infinite. We're recognizing there's skills that we have when we are infinite, because we can be in communication with the infinite intelligence that I truly believe these numbers represent for us. And it gives my mind a place to calm. Maybe it will for you, maybe you'll find your way. But for now, let me share this as we go to the day and look at the energy emphasis of the day, what's being communicated to us, another 8, if you add 1 plus 7. But it is dropped into a 1 plus 7, looking at that root center that we get a chance to sink into as a foundation of the 4 directions. Yeah, we get to have a sense of security, of a sense of being who we are, right? And calling on that identity that fits for a life that acknowledges our creative ability and acknowledges the space that we have to activate beyond circumstances that we can react to, which pressures our nervous system, invokes the conditions for anxiety and overwhelm. But we know now, root into yourself. So as we do our spinal flex, you're rooting into yourself that is connected to, like your roots are connecting to the earth's energy field. As we talk about, let your roots flow to the center of Mother Earth. You're connecting to this infinite earth chi, inexhaustible, right? As you connect and root in with the breath, feel yourself connecting to the source of your breath, which is bringing breath to you and allowing you to be uniquely you, but it is also doing the same thing for everyone or everything that is involved in respiration, between consciousness and prana, whether it has a nostril or not. The earth is breathing. It has its respiratory process. The amoeba has its respiratory process. Or the starfish has its respiratory process. The whales, the birds, the spider, the worms, and each is getting their life force and consciousness to be what they were designed to be. Such an incredible concept to consider, especially as we think about being infinite. And then you roll into the year 2022, and then there we are sinking into that sense of oneness, that zero, being nothing. Excuse me. And then you are recognizing these twos, as we did last week, right? 3 twos, adding up to that 6. So where we're connected to that intuition and visioning and concentration, right? We have that flow available to us. This is state of consciousness available. So as we're going into the breath, feel you're tapping into that which is said to be accessible. I feel these numbers are saying what is accessible to you. Even as we drop into the day, again, we are reinforced with this 22, this mastery on the physical level, where it's not just about the circumstances of duality, but you have the ability to be masterful, right? You have that ability to focus in and be masterful at navigating through duality. You have access to the intuition to help you navigate through duality. And as we come to the day of the year, that intuition is accessed again. It is invoked in our awareness again. Also, at 22, again, and that 2 plus 2 adds up to that 4, right? And that's also what the whole numerological focus of today will distill into that 4 and that mastery of the 4 directions. Yeah, at 22. So it's available. How do we access it? That's where I feel, anyway, what I've seen over the years, almost 30 now, I've seen the way the path is available for us to touch, be, access that infinite energy. And it's in that breath. And it just so happens that respiratory center is the 4th energy center in our body. If you don't know about the chakras, look them up. CHARKA. Look them up. States of consciousness, vibratory fields of energy that dwells within our energy system. It is non-physical, but as we know, Malidoma Somé taught us from indigenous teachings of Africa that the invisible realm gives rise to the physical experience. Yeah. So this is the place where life force as prana is processed. Yeah. And consciousness is distributed as well. So it's a powerful place to be in this heart center. If we look at the Taoist interpretation of it, we're going to get into this in a deeper flow on Sunday. But just to drop in a sense of order and integrity. Huh? Do you need some integrity in your life to match up with these abilities that you know you are? And you are it, whether you believe it or not. These are your virtues. Excuse me. These are your virtues. This is your flow. You have the ability to access it. So let's go into it. And that's what practicing the breath is all about. So we're going to move a little bit the spine just to open up these central energy channels. We also talk more about that Sundays, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have that solar emergence series coming towards an end as we come towards the end of summer. Come join me. We're there for about 2 hours. So really get into moving our body, really get into these teachings to embody them. So I really love it. Starting the day out, connecting with the sun. How you doing? So come with your spine nice and tall. And let's drop into a breath. We're going to flow, moving and emptying and clearing space with the spinal flex. And then we're going to go into this cycled, secular, I should say, breath, flowing with a segment of 4. So we activate the awareness of the 4, our heart center, invoking this energy of balance beyond thinking, right? So we're giving our brain and our mind a focus with the number and the pulse and the cycle and inhale nose, exhale mouth. We're giving it something to focus on. Meanwhile, we're clearing our nervous system, activating the infinite integral system that allows us to touch infinite creative energy, activate it, remember we are one with it, and channel it into our physical experience, where we begin to manifest solutions, answers, and miracles. Hey, how about that? Come on. All right, anybody in for some miracles? Me, please. All right. Come with your spine nice and tall, hands on the knees. If you're sitting in easy pose on your mat, slide them down to your shins and begin spinal flex, inhaling forward with the pelvis, exhale back onto the tailbone. Really have a smooth flow and an intentful breath in the nose, out the nose, or in the nose and out the mouth. The key is for the balanced flow, not too much energy going in and then a more lax energy going out. Keep the intensity the same. So there's that sense of balance, right? That sense of balance. All right. Now let's go to our flow. Start out easy at first. Feel yourself one with the stars, drinking in the energy of the sun. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nice and tall. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. If it's comfortable for you, draw the navel point in and up, tucking the chin, relax the shoulders down. Cannon breath out the mouth. Squeeze it out, as long as it's comfortable. Honor your lower abdomen. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. And relax. Few long, deep breaths here. Okay, come with, as we bring the energy up into the thoracic spine. Touch the ring finger and thumb, right angle at the elbow. Upper arms level with the shoulders. Inhaling left, exhale right. Now, the movement speed is not important. What I want you to really focus on is the hips, creating a foundation for the movement, activating the core muscles around the spine, and squeezing the lymphatic system around the spine. Also imagining you're clearing that central channel as you squeeze and you allow that breath to be energized with your inhale and exhale. Maybe here, inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Inhale center. Exhale, shake out the arms, hands. Long deep breath, exhale. Beautiful. Face the palms up, let them be suspended. Right angle at the arm, at the elbow, I should say. Long deep breath. Now we're going to venture in. As you feel the energy begin to grow, we're going to venture into our segmented breath. Getting our snack on, yeah? We're going to dig deeper into this on Sunday to really talk about the energetic systems and get into ways to operate in our life, ways to bring this into our life. So you really operate as an energetic being. And there are a couple of challenges that are coming up. So we really want to support you in our initiated challenges, right? And as well as the challenges that you're facing in your life. You have an awareness of the ways to activate this infinite creative potential that you are. So at the heart, this energy center, the Anahata, in the Sanskrit ways, we're going to get into this energy center as well. So we're going to open up. I'm going to guide you on the channel of the breath. We're going to add a circular breath to the segmented breath. Okay, so we're going to open up in 4 segments. Right, feeling the sense of that spinal flex, the hips generating the energy in the thoracic area. So feel your hips move, even though you are tuning your heart center with these 4 segments coordinated with the 4 movements of the hands. And feel the energy between your palms. All right? Exhale all the air out wherever you are. Inhale through the nose. Exhale mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Hold. Feel the stretch across the sternum, squeezing of the shoulder blades, activating an important creative center between the shoulder blades, opening that heart center in the front. Now, exhale through the nose. Inhale, mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth, nose, mouth, one more cycle, nose, mouth, hold, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, draw the navel point in and up, tucking the chin, feel the squeeze between the shoulder blades, stretching across the sternum. Long breath out the nose. Bring the hands forward, cupped around your heart. Stretch across the shoulder blades. Hold the breath out. Inhale through the mouth. Hold. Exhale through the nose. Hold it out. Inhale through the mouth, reach up. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Strong fingers and arms. Draw the navel point in and up. Feel your tree grow into the center of creation, your roots into the center of Mother Earth. Feel the totality of your being, one with the stars. Feel yourself in the cosmos, seeing your brothers and sisters, your aunties and uncles, your abuelas and abuelos, your mama and your papa. Feel your oneness, the celestial family. Exhale. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Face the palms up for a moment. Feel your connection. And it's in this space as we prepare to pray out, as we hone in on the takeaways for today. Just carry this space with you and maybe write down a few things about how you are visioning into your life. We're going to have a beautiful visioning session for this Sunday's immersion. Remember, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come on and join us. So hold the space, hold your eyes, breathe long and deep, and listen to my voice as I do the recap. So today, our topic is focused around continuing to dissolve the anxiety, the overwhelm that can be associated with going through very powerful transformational times. And we are living through those right now. We are the Amethyst Tablet writers going through a very pivotal time in human civilization. So as you feel your breath, just feel your presence and feel just like the stars you may look at the sky tonight. Feel your presence among the stars, that you belong. Yeah, so we were focusing in on the breath as a way to expand into our infinite ability, into the order, as we were looking at the guidance of the numbers, into the order, right? Into the order that creation has established in us and all around us. Right? We see the flow as we read the guidance of the numbers, the flow of the 8th month, awakening our presence of these moons time, this moon time, this month, awakening awareness of our infinite capacity, this day, the 1 and the 7, infinite capacity, rooting into our true identity, that 1, patient with the creative flow, that 7, but trusting as we step off that bridge into the infinite, becoming that infinite energy, the 8. And the mastery that comes from being in that stillness with the oneness and being nothing and awakening that intuitive presence through the 3 twos of the 2022 and how all the numbers add up to the 22 again, invoking this sense of balance, this sense of being aware of the mirror of creation, rather than just circumstances happening on the outside. How do we make our adjustments from the inside with the information we've been given in the mirror of life? And all of that distilling into the four, right? Being in balance, operating in order. Yeah. So there it is, family. Stay connected to that breath. Stay connected to the long, deep breathing throughout the breath. And activate. We did a segmented breath today, but activate your conscious breathing and movement. So there is a sense of stepping into that zero with that creative essence of consciousness and creation. The consciousness of that creative life force, I should say. Stepping into that 0 point and allowing it to flow. Recognizing the conjuring and the thinking of the mind is not going to calculate and catch up. We draw it in, we take it into account. I'm not saying it's bad, but what we're saying is that we're generating this sense of intuition. We'll go into the heart and the experiments with the heart and the brain and show about the infinite intelligence of the heart that supersedes the awareness of the brain, because the brain is going through the sensory centers of the data gatherers, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, taste, right, and the ears. So let's awaken, right, this sense of being intuitive, inspired, and supported, right, by synchronicity providing exactly what we need when we need it. So if you're in a challenging situation, lack of this, lack of that, drop into the resources that you have available. I guarantee the next right step will show up. I just experienced, a gentleman who is stepping up to be a maintenance man for my mother's apartment building. And I watch him navigate the challenges. And I watch him step into action with his way of being connected to God or a supreme energy. And his focus on that manifests miracles. So, here it is. This opportunity to create miracles. Press your hands together. Let's drop into our vision of peace as we see and hear those crystal clean spring waters flowing where there were once dry springs, Mother Earth awakening without breath, without love, without tapping our roots into her, awakening our connection and reviving that power of love that flows through the breath. Thank you for these waters flowing, bathing the children in clean waters, hearing them laughing and playing, being cared for by families that are taken care of by that waters, where they can grow their food, they can build sanctuaries where their family can be safe. You can create communities that takes care of the family structure, and the children can be safe. All this allowing for the creative endeavors that brings answers to the solutions, answers to the problems that we face, solutions to the challenges that come to meet us and greet us on a daily basis. We have access to the infinite intelligence that brings forth exactly what we need to create those solutions and answers. Thank you for this feeling. Thank you for that love. Thank you for no longer needing to control another in order to feel superior or to feel confident, to feel empowered. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And we ask that this energy radiate out to all our family and all our relations. So it is. We allow it to lovingly be. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So let's inhale for one long sat and a short nam. Inhale. Sat nam. Thanks for your presence. We allow love to guide. Drink plenty of water. And we look forward to seeing you on Sunday if you have space. I'll see if I can get a few replays out. 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll start our Sunday out and just allow ourselves to radiate with the luminous sun energy and be vibrant beings as we flow through the week, right? Radiating into any challenges, dissolving any anxieties or worries. We dissolve them with the knowing of love that flows through to us, giving us that creative ability. Until then, keep creating. One love.